All right. Welcome back to ASMR with Ethan and Nora. Just kidding, that is not this. Can we all just be grateful that we're not an ASMR podcast? Praise God.
Unless, if you're into that, let us know.
We can change it.
We're willing to switch directions at this point.
Well, welcome back to Hintzes in the House. Happy Thanksgiving. That is this week for those of you who are listening to this in real time.
The one day a year we finally get to be thankful for stuff.
Yep, this is the only time.
And then we get to go back to being angry and snobby and annoyed about everything.
Just by the next day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Today we're going to talk about Thanksgiving things that we do and traditions and food, and we maybe even talk about Black Friday. Anyway. So, yeah. What did you do to celebrate Thanksgiving growing up? What was specific to the Hintz family?
We ate a turkey.
Congratulations. So does most of America.
Stuffing and green bean casserole. And sometimes a ham.
I will say, though, I feel like none of that is pertinent to me. You know? Like, we did turkey maybe, but we didn't, I don't know. I didn't eat green bean casserole or stuffing. Maybe other people in my family did.
Green bean casserole is like my favorite thing. Also, that, whatchamacallit? That, like, cornbread stuff that we made.
Oh, yeah. We made
is this more important than this?
No, it's fine. Sorry. We made a corn casserole. Or a cornbread casserole thing.
Yeah.
A friend of ours made it for a Friendsgiving that we did last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I've made it a couple of times since, and it's really, really good. So, I do know the stuff.
Specific, though, we never did anything specific.
Sorry, so sorry. Just trying to negotiate things on Facebook Marketplace really quick. Great, that's it. Sorry, carry on. The Facebook Marketplace, we don't have time.
You're
That's not what this episode.
this,
I'm so sorry to derail. I just feel like I have to provide context. Sometimes people don't get back to you for a really long time, and they get back to you all at once, and you're like, it feels like eBay. You just have to go really fast, and you're like, oh my gosh. So that just happened and interrupted our little flow. So Thanksgiving foods. Specific to my family, we had mac and cheese.
I didn't know this was Thanksgiving food.
Well, it's all Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving everything. Traditions, foods, things you do. Food specific, we had mac and cheese. I don't know how that became a part of the Thanksgiving table. I don't think it was something that my mom did for them growing up, like that, she participated in. But I just really liked it. She made it one year, her homemade mac and cheese or whatever, and I insisted it be on the table every single year after that. And so it was, and it still is. Like, that's the only thing that I will make and insist on making is that mac and cheese. It's incredible. There's like a whole stick of butter in it. There's so much cheese. It's just so good.
There it is, and there it will remain.
We also did this thing. I think it's called Aunt Jane's salad. I know. It's not good.
Is this the one with, like, raisins? And
No. Well, cottage cheese. So you're already off to a bad start. There's, like, cottage cheese, cherry jello, Cool Whip, marshmallows, pineapples. It's not good.
That sounds gross.
It was not good. But it was a common thing that we had for Thanksgiving. I think we did a turkey. I'm sure stuffing and green bean casserole were made. I just didn't eat it. And I don't know what desserts were. Pies of some kind. I've never been a pie person.
Typically we would make a pumpkin pie, most likely, but there maybe were other things that were made. I can't remember. It's been a long time since we've done Thanksgiving.
Well, our first Thanksgiving as a married couple, we were in Oklahoma.
Right.
And I had to work. This was my first Black Friday in retail, so I had to work overnight at Levi's. And so and then you had to, like, go to school the next day or something.
Well, I had Thanksgiving off.
Oh, you did? Oh. Anyway, I ended up making turkey chili for us because we were not about to do a whole turkey situation for the two of us. And I had to work, so we made turkey chili. Still kept the poultry alive.
No, we killed it.
Yes, we kept the poultry tradition alive, I guess. We didn't kill it. We bought it dead.
We were just eating live turkeys. It was dead.
I think other Thanksgivings that we've done, one year we did turkey legs, which were very ham tasting, and I was not a fan of that. Neither one of us likes ham.
Yeah, those turkey legs were messed up.
Neither one of us likes ham. I think that's just how turkey legs taste. It's like hammy, and it's just don't.
I don't think so, because like I've had like the drumstick on a turkey before, and they taste like
turkey,
normal turkey. I think that these were like either the brine that they had been like soaked in, or because they were cooked.
Yes.
So maybe it was like the smoking process if they were smoked. I don't know what it was.
They were very hammy.
But it was literally like good. You took ham.
Yeah.
And put it on a turkey leg. It was nasty.
Ham leg.
Yeah.
I don't know what we did the year after that. I feel like our first year was turkey chili, then we did turkey legs, and then maybe that's the next year is that we just did like actual turkey, and you made a turkey. Like a whole flipping bird.
That's not last year. Last year I made the bird.
The whole bird.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know what we did that year in between. I think we were moving into this house, so maybe we didn't do anything.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
I can't remember. But last year I made a turkey.
Yeah. And it was very good.
I thought it got a little salty. I thought
because didn't you dry brine and it was
a wet brine.
It was a wet brine.
But
I know it had to be in the fridge for like 2 days. It was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
It was really good though.
The brine I made I think was a little too salty.
No, I was here for it.
I would go a little bit less salty because it gave the whole turkey just like a weird salty flavor. Right. I was essentially sitting in salt water for 2 days, so it was kind of weird.
It was very juicy. I remember being like,
it definitely helped with like
retaining moisture.
Right, yeah, making it moist when you were eating it because it'd been in water for 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Which was awesome.
I also remember it was weird. I thought that the giblets packet was like shoved up in
I remember
the cloaca of the turkey, but it was shoved down the neck, I think. Yeah. And I also didn't realize that they weren't like connected.
Yeah.
So I'm like looking, I'm like, there's got to be a pack of giblets somewhere, and I'm just missing it. I'm like, it always comes with giblets. Yeah. And then sure enough, it was in the neck, and I'm like, well, glad I didn't throw it into the oven with
giblets in
the neck still. But
I remember.
I guess you can use the giblets for like making like
turkey broth.
Broth and
gravy and stew.
I guess also some people maybe eat them. Just like fry up a turkey gizzard and eat it.
I just feel like we had a lot because we did a whole bird, right? So we had a lot. We did the whole bird, and then I think you made a broth after the fact and all that stuff.
Probably.
And we definitely did not eat it all, but it was really good that one day, the first day.
Well, and we probably made it into like turkey noodle soup or something.
I don't remember.
Because I'm sure we had a ton of extra turkey, so we were going to
I just feel like it was, I want to do that again. Like if we go to a, I don't know, Endeavor where we do, I want us to make the turkey because it was so good.
Apparently turkey prices are skyrocketing.
Really?
Right, yeah.
So we're not doing a turkey this year is what you're telling me.
Well, I also have to work on Thanksgiving.
That's true.
So
I will not be doing a bird by myself. Mm-hmm. No, thank you. I'm not just, I just don't do turkey like typically, except for at Thanksgiving. I don't know if most people do at other times. Like we don't do turkey sandwiches. We don't do turkey.
Like a turkey is not I think widely available year round.
Right.
Like you can obviously get like sliced turkey like you were saying. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't think that just buying a whole turkey is
common or available.
Yeah, all year round.
And I think we got a small one. We probably got the smallest one we could find, and it was still like 10 pounds.
Against my wishes, we got the smallest turkey we could find.
Yes. Good bird. Yeah. Otherwise, we don't do much in the way of food. Did your family grow up watching the parade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's the thing.
Yeah, there was like the Rose Bowl, which I believe is on Thanksgiving or right around Thanksgiving.
The Rose Bowl is New Year's.
Are you sure?
Yes. The Rose Bowl happens like the first of the year.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, then we watched the parade. I thought there was some football game that came on that we watched, and it wasn't the Cowboys game because the Cowboys are trash and stupid.
First of all, why do you have to choose violence? Second of all, the Cowboys always play the Thanksgiving Day game.
Yeah, I know. America's team sucks.
You know what? You suck.
You know what? Miami is America's team.
The Rose Bowl of 2021. Oh, the Rose Bowl game still happens January 1st. So, and that was college.
Yeah,
Notre Dame versus Alabama.
I know it's a college game.
Rose Bowl 2022, January 1st.
All right. Who knows?
The Rose Bowl. I've never heard of the Rose Bowl game. I'm thinking of the Rose Bowl, like the Rose Parade, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know.
Hold on. Because I'm thinking of the one with all the floats and the flowers. Rose
Yeah,
Bowl
the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
No, that's different floats and not flowers. The Rose Parade is also January 1st. And, like, all the floats are made of flowers and roses, and that's what I'm thinking of. Like,
yes, I know.
The Thanksgiving one is all balloons and floats made of other materials.
Some are made of flowers and stuff, but yes.
So, but you guys would always watch a football game that wasn't the Cowboys game?
Maybe we just turned on football. I don't know.
You just turn on. I mean, we watched the Cowboys game, but that was happening around.
I don't know. It all blends
quote
together.
Unquote, dinner time.
Thanksgiving Day Parade, I know we always watched, but recently they've been getting kind of like weird the way they do them. Like there's a lot of like performances. They're like, oh no, this cast from this Broadway show is performing this song, and then these cheerleaders have this routine set up, and they're going to do that.
Right, and it's less like floats and balloons and more.
Right, I'm like, I just want to watch like a 50-foot Snoopy be pulled down.
Right. Yeah. Interesting things, that's for sure. I will say that was probably what we always did, was turn on the parade. We would go first thing in the morning, like Thanksgiving morning, whenever we all wake up, and my mom would typically be starting on food work, like turkey, sides, pies, whatever. And once I was old enough, I mean, before that, I would get up with her and we would go get the paper, and then we would come back. But once I was old enough to drive myself, I would go get the paper by myself. So you go get the Thanksgiving Day newspaper. And the reason is because it has all the Black Friday ads. And so in my mind, it is not Thanksgiving until you get the paper. And so we would go and get the paper, and then I would come back and we would watch the parade, like while I'm like sifting through the Black Friday ads, and mom's like working in the kitchen or whatever. I think I did this last year too. Probably just turn on the
You're
parade.
a big Black Friday person.
I am. We can talk about it.
We never did that. We always did Turkey Run growing up.
Oh yeah, that is the thing that you did.
Run, turkey, run.
Not that kind of turkey run.
Like Forrest Run.
Yes.
Run, turkey, run. Yes, for those of you listening and wondering what turkey run is, it's you get your young children and you put them in a big pen and you release turkeys and they all just run around and...
That is not what happens.
That is not what happens, people. You thought that's what you think people are just putting. You think parents are like, here, young child, get into this
pen with some turkeys
with other young children, and then we're gonna release rabid turkeys at you.
No, absolutely not.
Good luck. No, it's a classic car show in Daytona Beach.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, which I would assume is everybody listening.
Yeah.
Well, except for anyone in my family.
Yeah.
So.
Too funny.
Like the two people outside of the family that listen to the podcast. For those that, so I guess for most of you already know this story.
SOS.
My dad is super into classic cars, so growing up we always went to Turkey Run because it's a classic car show.
Yep.
And it's a fun time. I mean, you get to walk around on the inside of the Daytona Speedway, and all the cars are parked inside there, and you get to see a bunch of cool old cars. And they have a swap shop, which is like
fancy.
The great.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of car parts and or just
random stuff,
junk to buy, and people sell it, and you pay in cash, and
a wild time.
It's a crazy time, but they have, like a lot of those like pop up like food booths too, with like ice cream and turkey legs and
churros and. Funnel cakes. I
don't know about churros. I don't think I ever saw any churros.
Just probably a California thing.
At Turkey Run. Don't think we had churros there. But that was what we did. That was our Thanksgiving. And Turkey
was
Run,
that like the day before, the week of, the day after?
Yeah, it was like I believe that there was like a 5-day thing for like the hardcore committed turkey runners. You could like show up a couple of days before and then a couple days after, or like a day before, day after. But I think it was like a 3-day event, like day before Thanksgiving, day after Thanksgiving, I want to say, and then like a couple of days either side, maybe.
And when did you guys go?
Well, my grandparents lived in Daytona, so we typically went up to Daytona for Thanksgiving. Anyways, a couple of yeah. Very
nice. Yeah, we just did Thanksgiving Day. And then Black Friday. I feel like we usually ate around like 2. I don't know why it's like dinner is at 2 on Thanksgiving or like 3, which it's like that's never lunchtime. in any other scenario. It's never dinner time in any other scenario. It's just somehow that is dinner time on Thanksgiving. But usually when we'd be wrapping up dinner, the Cowboys game would have started or be on, and we would watch some of it, but probably not all of it. The Cowboys was my dad's team, and therefore my team by default. Even though they suck, I'm fully aware. So do the Dolphins, so suck on that.
They're doing okay this year, but
look at that. So yeah, I would say that. And then the next day, we would always go to bed relatively early. It's like you eat, you pass out. It's not like no one's like hanging out, staying up late on Thanksgiving. Mostly because when I was growing up, we did do Black Friday. Again, we got the paper. You look at all the ads. You save the ads. You figure out where you want to go. The whole thing. Nowadays, places are open. Well, once I got to be like a teenager and a little bit like my late teens, places started to be open on Thanksgiving Day, like on Thanksgiving night, which I remember that being controversial at the time. But companies were like, well, we're making money, so we don't care. But people were like, just let the people stay at home with their families. Like it was just this like tug of war. And then since then, I feel like sales have just gotten earlier and earlier and earlier. A lot of times they'll just be exclusively online, or they'll be like, save for Black Friday a week early or whatever, or the whole month of November. Like, I feel like companies have just started making it not even remotely about the day of Black Friday. But when I was growing up, it was. I remember going to Macy's. Sorry, trash.
Macy's is trash.
Or, department stores. I remember going when I was a wee child at like 5 a.m. I remember one time standing in line at a department store. I was in line to check out by 7 a.m., which means we had already gone in, done all of our shopping for that store, and been in line to check out by 7 a.m. Other notable things about like that, it was a fun time. Like my mom and my godmother and I would all go. They would often send me back to the car with the bags and then come back. And so good memories about that.
Safety.
Well, listen, we don't want to talk about that. The time that my mom left me in line when I was like 7 or 9 or something, and she was like, I'm gonna go get a sweet tea, you stand here. Or an unsweet tea, sorry. You stand here and wait. And I just did. She went and got an unsweet tea and came back, and retrospectively I'm like, that was a terrible decision. But at the time I was fine. It
technically worked out okay.
Right, exactly. Yeah, this judging from the fact that based on previous experience, when I was 10 and left alone, it was the upset of the century. But I guess not so much when I was 9 in a very crowded mall. Otherwise, yeah, so I remember good memories there. Once I got older and started doing the Black Friday thing myself, I feel like I would, because we would eat early, I'd go out on Thanksgiving night because I didn't have, once we moved up here, it's like we just have the two of us. So,
well, and I will say, growing up, we never did Black Friday. It was like literally never a thing for us. I mean, if anything, I would maybe do like Cyber Monday.
That was what I was going to talk about next.
Something. Yeah. But so we never did Black Friday. And then I was working at Starbucks in Macy's. And so Macy's was opening up around like 9 or something on
Thanksgiving
night. And then going to stay open all night long. Yeah. And so I was on like the first shift. So I worked like 9 to 1 or something like that. Yeah. And I remember it got really busy at first, like from like 9 to 10 maybe. We got pretty busy. And we were not really like by a main entrance of the mall. Right. We were kind of in like a weird, and we were like by the luggage.
It was a weird
like
space.
When you entered. So a lot of people entered that way, but not as many as like
would enter the main entrance of the mall.
Main entrance of the mall. So it was kind of, I guess, I mean, and we were a Macy's Starbucks. So like Macy's was making all the profits off of it. So I'm sure that that was probably the best place for us, honestly. But yeah, we had a line for probably like an hour or so. Yeah. And then like 11 till like 1 a.m., like 11 to the end of my shift. It was like mostly standing around, giving like a coffee to a person here and there. Like, yeah, I mean, Macy's was just, I mean, the mall in general, probably not, but Macy's definitely was not like the hot place to be for Black Friday shopping. But I will say, I did go and get our rice cooker.
I was going to say, I remember that.
And that was a pretty good investment because we still use that rice cooker and it's still pretty good.
We got it. This is the benefits of getting the paper before, is that we didn't have a rice cooker And Ethan always just made rice on the stove, but my mom always made it in a cooker, and I just found that to be easier. And so they were selling this rice cooker at Macy's Black Friday. It was like a very, I don't know, it says it's like 5-quart, 10-quart, something. I don't know, big.
No idea.
And it was like $15. And I was like, pick this up for me. You're going to be there. And he was like, why? You were just like, we can make it on the stove. This is stupid. I don't want to be there any longer than I have to. But he did buy it and bring it home, and we still use it 6+ years later, if it's even been that long. I don't know, probably long enough.
I think it's a Black & Decker, right?
Yeah. It was a good investment. So
yeah.
I don't know any other like notable. I remember getting a coat on Black Friday one year at Kohl's. You and I stood in line for that.
Here?
Mm-hmm. Here. It was my like black puffer jacket.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
I don't remember anything other. I do remember going, like living here, going by myself one year on Black Friday in the morning at like 11 a.m. And the one store, it was a shoe store that I went to, I think Rack Room or something like that. Mm-hmm. Not Rack Room. We don't have Rack Room. Shoe Carnival, something. I went to a store and they were, maybe it was in Florida, they were still handing out like the doorbuster coupons at 11 a.m.
First 100 people.
Yeah. I was like, what the heck? Like, so that just went, the one time I think I went to Target on Black Friday or Thanksgiving night or something like that, and they had it set up to be the windy aisles, so like help the checkout, but you just were blazing through it because no one was there, and it was just like, this seems a little excessive. And
all of Black Friday seems a little excessive. I mean, when you like hear stories
Walmart, you're
about
like, does this still happen? When you see empty aisles, you're like, is this even Black Friday? Is it a different day? What the heck?
Well, and it's weird because like you see stories of people like getting trampled and like mad rushes to like get doorbuster deals, and it's like here it's like we go as a place is opening and it's like, oh, there's like 4 other people here. Like,
yeah, I feel like Candle Day was a bigger deal than Black Friday almost. So looking forward this year to getting the paper, seeing what there is to see. Most of the time it's, I don't really need this, but or it is like I don't really need this, but it would be nice to get it, and if I'm gonna get it, I might as well get it now while it's on sale. That kind of thing. Or I feel like this year leading up, we've been like, oh, I want to get this or I want to get that. And it's like, okay, we'll just wait it out until Black Friday because it'll be on sale. Big things usually. And not that we're getting any big things right now, but like a speaker, a Carhartt jacket, I don't know, furniture, something like that. Like you're better off just waiting until Black Friday because that stuff will go on sale. And you're never going to get it cheaper than right now, probably. So
Maybe.
But then there's also Cyber Monday. Free. So,
Sure.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's a good time. I like Black Friday.
I don't
like going out.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been not liking, but I mean, I feel like so much, especially since last year, everything was just crazy with COVID. I feel like so much has transferred to online now that it's like, you don't have to go out. Who goes out? Why go out?
Are you allowed to say the C word? We're going to get censored.
I'm so sorry. The Rona.
That's still going to get censored. It was the virus of unknown origin.
We know the origin. I don't want to talk about it. So yeah, eat some turkey and go do some shopping.
Get your kids, put them in a big pit and throw some turkeys on top of them and watch the carnage.
And let the turkeys run. I tell you what.
Throw some knives. Maybe give some knives to the kids. That way they can. I mean, turkeys got like claws, talons, so they can like scratch the kids.
The chickens have large talons.
Yeah, and they have like beaks that can like pick your eyes out if you're not careful.
Love that. Great.
So give your kids some knives and throw some turkeys at them and see who comes out on top.
I'm just like visualizing this like pen of like 5-year-olds. They're not toddlers. They're like 5, 6-year-olds, right? With like switchblades and turkeys coming at them. It's like very intense.
This sounds incredible.
Somebody make like a Sims where that happens, but not in
Someone
real life.
Just do it in real life.
No. Do not endanger the turkeys or your children, please. Thank you.
Yeah, don't endanger the turkeys that we're going to eat.
Exactly. Listen, turkeys are not like killed in that way for consumption.
You don't know. I don't know how Tyson does it.
SOS. I can tell you they don't do it that way.
He could be a weird guy. He could be like, hey, grandkids, I got some turkeys. Get your knives ready.
I do not think that's how that works.
Just release the turkeys and the kids.
Oh my goodness gracious. No. All right. Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Thanksgiving. Jeez. What are you, crazy person?
I'm a heathen.
The Pilgrims.
Listen.
We don't need to go down the pilgrims. We don't need to go down the pilgrims rabbit hole because we all know what Lynora thinks the pilgrims did.
I don't want to talk about it.
Anyways, goodbye for real. Gobble, gobble, gobble.